for breakfast, I'm just gonna have broccoli, mashed potatoes, and some avocados. I can't eat too much because I still have to go to the gym. So this is it for now. This is what I got to start my podcast. I've had it for a few weeks and I'm finally opening it because today I'm recording my intro. So let's get this guy out and to give it a test. It's smaller than I thought, but that's okay. It's our first one. So the instruction manual showed that I needed headset. And that's what I was missing. So I literally ran to Best Buy and we got us a headset. So let's open it and plug her in. This is so trippy, listening to myself speak. I'm so creeped out. It sounds like I'm in a room. Like, obviously I'm in a room, but like, it sounds like I'm in a room. This is awesome. Okay. I am going to do a demo and we'll go from there. I'm having an Impossible Burger today. I doused it in lemon because I'm unsure of its taste, so I had to like put a lot of lemon on it. And this will be my lunch, and probably I'll make the exact same thing for supper just so I can use up the mushrooms so they don't go bad, and eat as much spinach as possible. That way it doesn't go to waste. And my favorites are sweet potatoes, as always. If you know me, you know that. Avocados, I usually just have them if I'm like having a sandwich or an egg sandwich. But if I have like a hard food, then I have an avocado and I'm fine. But if I eat it with another soft food like avocado and egg, and if the bread is not toasted, I literally feel like I'm gonna throw up. So this is all for today. I'm in the process of doing my hair and I got some braids. These are the ones I've chosen. I'm gonna put it with a crochet needle and then I'm gonna twist it, and then we'll see how the process goes. Here's the progress. This is my first time doing this type of hair with the type of hair that I bought. Oh my God, it's been a journey. I miss dance. I'm not going to get to go out with my friends, and I'm going to have to finish it because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. 33 floors in 6 minutes. Never done this before. And it was all at level 10. So let me try and see if I can get to 10 minutes. Today's progress. It was 30 seconds under 70 floors. But that's okay. I'm pretty sure I'm mastering this by now. And this was just under 2 months of 1 or 2 times a week, sometimes 3 times. So we'll see where we go going into, this is half of month 3. So going into month 4. Yeah, that's all for today. Today's Friday, March 10th. And I've had quite a day of ups and downs. And I'm just happy that through everything, all I'm doing is surviving and learning. I'm learning a lot. And it's a process of processing, I guess, processing information. And I'm so glad that I'm like older with more vocabulary though, because back in the day when I was like learning English, I had to use a thesaurus for every other word, and it was so hard for me to read because I felt like every time I would read, it's like the words were moving, and then whenever I would go to flip a page, it would be blank, and then the words would like go back to the page. It was so weird. And mind you, where I grew up, I honestly didn't attend school until I was older, and even at school, it's like we didn't have books just readily available to kids. And so maybe by the time that I got old enough to actually recognize words on paper, I learned through pictures and minimal words. And as I got older, I didn't even read like chapter books. So it was always just hard to read. But nowadays, everything can be auditorily or it can be visual. and it can be visual in terms of videos. So I think all the information I'm processing, because it's auditory and that's the way that I'm used to learning, a lot of it is just going straight into my brain, rather than if I was to read it, it would take me more time to process. And I think that's where I'm obviously getting all of these depressive states from, because before I wasn't like intaking as much information, because all I was doing was just being calm and going through nature. Therefore I didn't have words at my face. But now it's like I'm listening to so much content, and I have to stop myself sometimes when I feel like it's too much, because I can't even go through like a 10-minute video without feeling anxious, especially when it comes like this therapy stuff. It's just, the other video, I know I was like, I didn't have the best opinion about it, but that's because I'm at the beginning of it and exploring parts that I never really knew I needed to deal with anyway. But I have to find, I'm gauging and finding what my type of therapy is. That way I can embrace the type of therapy that I need. So that's why I'm learning all these things, so that I can go to where I need to be. And that way I'm not paying all this money just to be in more emotional pain. So I still haven't found a therapist, but most of them are going to be along the lines of like psychotherapy, just because they're the ones that deal with like, you know, prolonged trauma. And it's a long process. But with that said, we're learning every day. And since 2 months ago, I finally had the courage to launch my podcast. So it's now up, and it's called Monde Rance. And we're going to talk further about it, because through that podcast, I think I will also be discovering myself, and there'll be more to come. And I'm excited to see where it will go, because that is my legacy project. And I'm seeing that as we're getting older, there's so much about us that could easily be kept private, or other things that could be shared, all in the name of learning and teaching others. And who knows where majority of that information will go, because it's all public and therefore it's there for life. So we'll also be mindful about the things we're talking about, and we'll get credited information and factual information from credited sources, because we're not going to be talking the same way as people just regurgitate information, and some of it is misled, and you know, people end up, you know, getting canceled or judged because of certain opinions. But those are the things that I'm mindful of, and that's why I chose to jump in the realm of podcasting, because unlike, you know, video feeds like this where it's just my journal and my daily life, on a podcast it's people listening to valuable information, and therefore they can't see your face. So sometimes when somebody's talking to you and they can see your face, they can kind of like, you know, look at other things and try to ignore you, and like their mind wanders. But if they're listening to you, some people really take things in. And like I said, that's how I learn, is usually through auditory or visual. And therefore we are going to have good practices and make that channel a great one. So yeah, we'll talk later. Bye.